Good morning, YouTube. How's it going? Um, got a little something different today. Can't sleep. Was up most of the night. My sister and niece got stranded on the road, and we sat out there for like, I don't know, 4 hours waiting on a tow truck. And got home, and then the sun was coming up, so I decided I was just going to make this video. So, um, you know, ImanTrading put out something here recently, a few days ago, calling ICT the biggest fraud ever. So I watched the video, and you know, I like him in trading. I've been a subscriber. He's got a great character. He's just the way he presents his stuff is really good. He's really an intelligent guy, and I've enjoyed his stuff. He has went after some people that I would probably consider frauds. But I don't know enough about their stuff other than what he showed me. So I can't really, make a determination on that. Just things I've heard. But I'm very familiar with ICT, and so I just wanted to kind of respond to him, and kind of address what I think are some of the failures in his analysis here. I kind of feel like he's sold out for views and subs, because what he's doing is he's attacking the man and neglecting the work, and the benefits of using these concepts, which I think is detrimental to, people who are trying to learn the trade. You don't have to love ICT. You don't even have to believe ICT as far as, the things he talks about relative to algorithms and, his past, whatever. I give two craps about all of that. What's important to me is, does the stuff work? Does it make me a better trader? That's all that matters. I mean, I want this so bad that I would take tips from two hookers and a pimp if they showed up to my door and showed me a way that I could be, you know, that I could trade and that I could improve my trading. And ICT's done that for me. I mean, if you know my story, it's ridiculous. I started trading 14 months ago, wasted the first five, started studying ICT, and it just like lights went off. I mean, and since then it's been a complete reversal. I've had tons of success, had some challenges too. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, um, but it's not the concepts; it's the psychology. The concepts are gold. I mean, it's the roadmap to success. If you can manage your emotions and you trade ICT, you're gonna win, right? You're gonna win. You put in the work, you learn the stuff. The market does exactly what he says the market's going to do. So I feel like it was, an attack on him as a person, but it never really addressed, Iman's video never really addressed whether or not this stuff works. And I think as traders, that's what we need to be focused on. I gave an example. I commented on his post and sort of gave a little bit of feedback, and then that made me want to, go a little deeper. And I said something about pro football players who, we all know half of them are druggies. They beat their wives. Some of them have murdered people. But guess what? They deliver on game day, right? And we still watch them, and people love them and buy their jerseys. And nobody gives a crap about their personal life, what they did, what they do. Did they catch touchdowns? Yes, they catch touchdowns. Okay, he's a great football player, regardless of what's going on in his personal life, whether he's an honest person. None of that matters to the people who are focused on does the team win football games, gambling, just, enjoying the games with buddies on the weekend, stuff like that. Nobody cares about that stuff because they're focused on something else. They're not focused on the person, they're focused on the results. So I just want to make this video real quick and kind of show you what the results have been for me personally. And this is like way beyond me. I'm nobody, but the people that are helping me to get better, they're very versed in ICT, and they're dropping gems for me every day, and it's making me better. So I didn't really prepare for this. I don't have any kind of a script. It might be a little bit rambly, but ICT is kind of rambly. So if you can listen to him, you can listen to me. So I'm just going to sort of start off. I got a few tabs up here that I'm going to cover some information on and just give you my opinion, just like he gave his opinion. He bashed him pretty good, made him out to be this monster and fraud and trickster and all this. But guess what? The dude's stuff is out there for free. All right, uh, he's it's free. I mean, he's not trying to make any more money. Granted, he made a lot of money on courses and all that. That's great, man. More power to him. His stuff obviously generated interest, and people, told other people and brought other people. That's how you get a following like that. You don't get 1 million followers if your stuff doesn't work, okay? It doesn't happen like that. People are encouraged to follow him and listen to him because they've used his stuff and they've been successful with it. And like I said, I don't know about his Robbins, performances. I don't know about his broker statements and all that. I don't care, right? It's making me a much better trader on a pace that, as far as I'm concerned, is ridiculous, having been doing this, just a little over a year, and half that with ICT. So, I think it's just important to kind of try to separate all that out and make a distinction between him and what he teaches, and, let's address where he gets his stuff. Wyckoff, Lawrence, that's great. Maybe, he did go through, he did all the work to compile all that. He absorbed it, digested it, and then he categorized it, and then he made it cohesive for the rest of us, put it all in one place, and put it in an order that we can follow and that we can learn. I don't have any Wyckoff books. I don't even know where I would, which one do I read? Which paragraph? Do I have to go through every Wyckoff book to try to figure out, that portion of what ICT made, usable for me? Who else? Name their names. Do I have to go figure all these people out? It's not out there. It's not out there in a way that anybody's going to go find it. So ICT took all of that, and some of it is his. I mean, he's definitely got in some concepts and some ideas that are just incredibly detailed. And even if he used elements from other places and put it all together into something that is amazing, then I give him credit for that, right? I mean, like I said, it's if you can go find the same level of instruction in one place for free, let me know. But if you can't, then, I think you're doing a disservice to the trading community by turning people off of ICT, because, he's like the last bastion of hope for a lot of people who have given up on some of the other stuff, are tired of all of the, strategies and crap that's out there that, works in backtesting but doesn't work live. Guess what? People tell me all the time, well, this strategy you have isn't going to work in a couple of years. His stuff's been out since, 2016 was one of the earliest ones I saw, and I know it goes before that. So let's say 10 years. The stuff that he's got videos from 10 years ago works today, right? Show me something else. I mean, you want to call it supply and demand, whatever. The way I look at it is, when you're looking at these levels, sure, they're kind of obvious on the charts, but he explains why they're obvious, what's causing them, why they might fail, which ones are stronger. Normal people that I watch just kind of covering those topics, they just point to a level and they say, this is because this dipped here and did this, this is strong. They're not talking about where it is in the range. They're not talking about anything to do with, fibs, premium discount. It's very generic, is what I would say. The detail in what ICT teaches is, it's granular. It's just, there's so much there. And if you put in the time and the work and you start absorbing this stuff and it starts becoming mechanical for you and automatic when you're trading, amazing things can happen. So anyway, this is my last couple weeks. I started some Apex accounts. So I'm on 10 accounts and I've been trading, and I trade live, right? I trade live in the Discord. So if you doubt any of this, you're welcome to hop into the Discord. You can go to my YouTube channel. You can come to the Twitter. I'm going to show you those too. I've got videos of me trading all of this stuff, ICT concepts. So I've been trading 14 months and half of it with ICT. This is where I'm at right now for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trading days. 74%, 12 grand. And, I can show you every chart, every, image for every trade I've taken. Let's look at a silver bullet real quick. Where's the silver bullet entry? 1 minute silver bullet entry. Right? little near break even. Nice winner here off of a bearish market structure shift, fair value gap. You know, this repeats over and over and over, and I'm winning with it. So, you know, you can say what you want about ICT, but I'm killing this shit right now. And it's not to say, you know, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I've already blown a 500K funded, but that was me. That wasn't the concepts. In fact, here's my road to success on that 500K effort, right? This is all ICT. In 38 trading days, I pulled, and this is just on 10 accounts. I was actually using 20, but I staggered them, so I just kept tracking the 10 that I passed on first. But I pulled almost $50,000 out of the market in 38 trading days, okay? 31,000 of it's right here, and then I was about halfway through my other 10 when I passed the first 10. So again, here's my results, you know, using ICT concepts. And you can't refute this, right? You can say the dude's a jerk. You can say he's a fraud. You can say he can't pass the Robbins Cup. But does his stuff work? That's what matters. That's all that matters, okay? I don't know how much more simple I can make that. And by you turning people away, if I would have watched your video, you know, before I got into this and it turned me away from that, where would I be? I'd be using AIMA crossovers and RSI and hoping, you know, and, you know, just, I was already there, and it was nothing. I mean, you know, when I win, it was luck. It was 50% maybe. No understanding of a lot of the, you know, the psychological components that he adds to it. This dude sounds like he's in my head sometimes. He's helped me with psychology, risk management. He helped me make a risk matrix. Just a lot of little nuggets and details that I'm grateful for. I'm really grateful for. So again, there's no questioning this, because my journey has been category, you know, live on YouTube. I've got videos going through talking about all this, showing the trades. So this is irrefutable. And just what, 2-3 days ago, he put out a video about the 30-second model with an incredible win rate, right? If you can find this in Wyckoff, let me know. And I know what you're going to say. Well, you know, who knows if that works or not? I know it works, because I did it today live in front of, I don't know, 100 people, 50. You know, the Discord is, we're having problems with seating, but that video, I watched that video, and it had just a few little steps, you know, to follow. And I happened to be, you know, in the market, aware of that. I took one yesterday also, but you know, it was the first time I did it, a day after I watched the video, and I kept my stop too tight. I was like, there's no way I'm going to give it that wide of a stop. And I put my stop too tight, and I got stopped out, and then it went on to be a huge banger, right, on the 30-second model that he just put out 2 days ago. So you show me someone that can give me a 17-handle move and make me $3,000 in this amount of time, right? I don't care if he's a fraud. I don't care if he can't pass the Robbins Cup. He's making me a better trader. So he said to look for a liquidity grab on the 1 hour time frame. Check. He said to drop to the 5 minute, look for a liquidity grab. I did. I didn't see it clearly like what I had seen in his examples. So he said, if you don't see it there, drop into the 1 minute. So I dropped into the 1 minute, and I saw the clean break of structure, the push right here. He said, after that, drop into the 30-second. Okay, I dropped into the 30-second. I took the first fair value gap short. Well, lo and behold, this is the move I got, right? This is real. This is live. This was in a live video. It's on my Twitter. It's on my YouTube. I went through and explained the whole process of having watched that video and going through, you know, and seeing the criteria develop. You going to take a trade in here? Are you going to take that trade right here? No, probably not. Not unless you had the confidence, seen it play out, did a little back testing, and said, hey, you know what? This has got a nice hit rate. And it does. I mean, you're taking this away from people by turning them away from him. You know, it's great if you just would have wanted to say, hey, this guy is, you know, a liar or whatever, and doesn't do this, doesn't do that. But you should have qualified it with, but you know what? I got to admit, you know, his stuff has some, you know, it's good. It works. If you put the work in, you're gonna be better. You should have done that, and you didn't. So I feel like you just sold your soul for views and subs, and it was just a cheesy kind of hit piece, really, is what it was. And I lost a lot of respect for you because you did a disservice to the trading community. Some more examples. So, and this is all in the Discord. This is like tons of people will come up and say, "Yeah, we did this." I mean, this was from 729. We went back through and we back tested ICT stuff on a New York session, right? Together, went through and I marked up, our trades and everything. 21 trades we would have took in this session if we'd have took every instance of where the criteria appeared. Now, normally, nobody's going to do that. I mean, I don't know, maybe you will, but once I get one or two of these, I'm probably out for the day. But I wanted to see how many, opportunities, if I just followed the criteria and took the trade, what my results would be. There were 21 trades, 13 of them were wins, 2 losses, 6 break evens. 67 points in that one session, right? This is ICT stuff. I didn't get this from Wyckoff. I didn't get this from anybody. I got this watching ICT videos, backtesting his stuff, spending a ton of time trying to add, one concept to another, slowly putting it all together. And these were my results. You think I care, that he can't pass the Robbins? No, I don't care. That's not important to me. Like I said, results are what matters, and I'm getting results. And I know a lot of other people are getting results too that are just amazing. So, and so let's look at it this way, right? I have the same, maybe he has the same issue I have, right? I understand the concepts, I can trade them, and I can make great money doing it. But the psychology, right? Let's separate the psychology from the concepts, again, because somebody else's psychology might be better, and using these concepts, they're going to murder the market. They're going to murder it. If you can manage your emotions, keep your fear and greed in check, do your risk management, these concepts are going to take you to the promised land. I promise you that. There's no doubt. I mean, it's right there in front of me if I can just get my emotions in check, because I already have the strategies, I already have the models, I already have the setups. I know they all work. What happened to me was that as I got all of that capital underneath me and had all that pressure on me, I started talking myself out of trades, right? I started leaving my A+ setup and saying, well, there's equal highs up here. I better not take that short because it might come back up and I might lose. And then the trade went on to win big. And I'm like, damn, man, it messed with me big time. And then it started going back up, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I can still be right. The market's going to come up here, and it's going to take out these equal highs. And I started going long down here, right? I'm going long, long, long. I'm adding. And this isn't the exact chart, but this is what happened. I get all the way up here, and I'm in, 5 or 6 contracts because I'm just positive. This isn't my model. This isn't ICT. What I'm doing now is me effing it up, right? This is me screwing up. This isn't me using my A+ setups and the concepts that I've been taught. So I'm up here thinking I got to break these, equal highs up here, and then the market turns around and dumps and kicks my butt. Right? That happens to a lot of people. It's because they deviate from what's working, because their mentality changes, and everything changes after that. I know you know this because you've got the behavioral science. You're a psychology guy. We start acting irrational because we feel bad and we want to feel good. We need the dopamine, the whatever that happens to us physically that changes the way we trade. But it's not the concept's fault. The concepts are gold. They don't care about your emotions. If you mechanically perform this and execute the way it's intended, you're gonna make money. You're gonna make a lot of money. So again, what if ICT? He already seems a little bit. He admits he's AD or AH whatever, and has some issues. Maybe that's it for him. Maybe when it comes time and the pressure's on, his psychology breaks down. He talks very well about it, and I know he's struggled with things. He's talked about all the accounts he's blown. One of the most amazing things I heard from him was when he first got started, he blew so many accounts that he would have to wait for his next paycheck to get in the market. You know what that does for me? That's a huge boost for me, recognizing that other people have struggled at that level, right? I've only blown a couple accounts, or a group of 10, but to know that somebody that is, able to put this stuff out like this and has this depth of understanding failed miserably at one point gives me a lot of encouragement. So maybe he can't do the Robbins, right? But does that mean I can't using his stuff, or somebody else can't using his stuff? I mean, it doesn't make sense to go after him like you did without, kind of separating the information from the person. I don't think. If you'd have done that, I could have been on board, because some of the things he says I'm kind of cringe on. But again, I so appreciate that this stuff is out here, and that it's free and accessible, and that it's in a way that's easily, accessible and digestible. I can't go find all that other stuff and make what I've received by going through his stuff. So, here's my challenge to you. Go through any of these free mentorship playlists of tons of video content and show me something that doesn't work. Okay? If you would do that, I'd be really impressed. There's plenty of them here to choose from. If you can go through here and find a few things that if you backtest it, it does not work, then I'll give you, your card. But if you can't do that, then I'm not going to say it. I don't want to start no shit, I'm just saying this is what matters to me. This is the keys to the kingdom. This is the roadmap to success if you're trying to be a day trader. And if you can tell me different by going through here, picking something out and saying, yeah, well, he showed it here, but it doesn't work in the charts, I'll accept that challenge, and I'll go through and we'll backtest it, because I already know it works. And I know a lot of other people who put a lot of time and a lot of effort, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to prove this stuff out, and they're wildly profitable with it. So, your diss on him is not really, it's just not going to be an effective attack against the material itself. And I think that's what needed to be done. The people out there that are actually frauds, that are giving information that's not accurate or not effective because they're, paid to push a certain thing or whatever, some retail, indicator or whatever. Yeah, there's people out there doing that. They're going through and they're back testing. I really love those videos where they back test somebody's strategy, something that's mechanical, and they prove that, the 98% is really only 32% or something like that. That's beneficial. That helps me save time, knowing that if I go through and I have to spend the time to backtest all this stuff, it's not going to work, And I backtested enough stuff from YouTube to figure that out myself real early on. So, what else do I got? So here's the video I made today on the 30-second model. I just want to run it real quick. Kind of want to see. I'm going to turn the volume down and just show the trade, man. You want to see live trades in a. Let me find the place where we're. I was trying to show where it shows I'm in a Discord full of people, but I don't remember where that was at. Well, if you watch the video, I'm talking to folks and going through stuff and taking questions, and somewhere in here I pulled the thing up to look at something. No, that's Discord. It's a long video. I record the whole. I'm not a big editor kind of guy, so here we go. And he's doing it and showing me how to. Discord live people, right? Let me see if it's just right here. We are voice connected. Yes, high frequency trading. And I was pointing out, if you get a chance, it's in the chat. Video. It's pointing out this is a good video that he went through. This is a live trade that he did, and you can say, well, he's only posting his winners. Well, that's fine. He's got winners. He's got huge winners where he goes through step by step by step and calls this market and says, this is what it's going to do. This is what I expect here. Here's where I'm going to add. This is my target. And this works, right? So if he can do it here, you can't fake that stuff, brother. I mean, you can't. If you were a fraud, you wouldn't even be able to do it. It just wouldn't pan out. I mean, here it is live. He goes through and he does everything you're saying he can't do. Well, what's the difference? Okay, maybe no pressure, maybe no psychological influence, right? This is relaxed for whatever reason, but he's making the plays. I need to see you go through and make these plays. You go through and make these calls. point me to somebody else who does it. Okay. If you can do that, then that would be something to give you a little bit more credibility than what you have right now in my eyes. So here's the trade, hour and 22 in. I don't know, So I'm explaining the. But that's part of the benefit of being in this Discord. You get to see this live. It's live, right? I'm trading the model, right? If there was something I did wrong, I need to know. Or if it works out, then I know, that's something I definitely want to incorporate more. But I'm going to test it and find out. Did you hear that? If this works, it's definitely something I want to incorporate more. That's what it's all about. Finding things that are working, adding them to your toolbox. ICT just gave me a gem that I'm going to add to my toolbox. My first time on it, it went 20 handles and I caught 17 of them. Now, so let me get over. Or if it works out, then I execute on TradeAway because I'm on a trade copier, and then I switch to MNQ. You can see I've got orders open on MNQ or MEQ, the micros, but I'm charting on ES. So in a second here, I'm going to switch, so it'll show my orders. Okay, there we go. So I switched to MES. Now my orders that I executed on TradeAway are over here because I'm linked down here. There's my TradeAway account, and I'm active. So this is a 5 minute, this is a 1 minute, and I think I came down to the 30-second at some point to actually get in. We put it like that. The mechanical rules were there, so I took them. The mechanical rules were there, so I took them. The steps that ICT told me to take that would make this a profitable trade, I took them. Show me somebody that's got a 30-second model with 4 or 5 criteria, and they tell you, this is what you can do to have a high hit rate and you're going to make money. Show me that. I need to see it. Because I got it right here. I mean, I'm already doing it. If it wins, that's great, because I took the first and I explained the whole. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. He would not say something. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say that. And that's what they're doing. Yeah, I know. That's what you get for my corny jokes. We have a lot of fun. Hit my loss. Okay, here's the. But I need my drawdown back too. I'm live. Right. This is profit $50 in drawdown. Same 30-second entry. Here's my working orders that show me. TP was for NQ. Show me the luck. Oh, well, we had a good laugh because in the video he said give it a 12-point stop loss and a 10-point target. He was talking about NQ and I'm on ES. So I started off with my stop way, way up there at 12 points thinking, okay, well, we'll see how it goes. It looked great because it put me above the major leg swing, and I was real happy about that. And there was a lot of stuff to get through, but I didn't need half that. So it ended up going 5 or 6 and then turn around and just dumping. So, but it was funny because, I didn't put 2 and 2 together that his kid was doing this on NQ when he said that. I thought that's ridiculous. I'm not going to give it, because I'm used to a 5 or 6 point stop anyway. So I want the win. I wasn't going to trail too tight. This tells me it's coming down here. There's going to be my partial right there.
Concha tu madre contra Namibia.
Yeah, I got
Namibia, weón.
I had to turn him down. Anyway, the trade plays out. That's be the third candle partial already. Dragging my stop down. Just trying to manage the trade from here, giving it plenty of room because I know where it's going. I know where it's going because ICT tells me where it's going. I've got draws of liquidity. I'm sure someone talked about that somewhere. But even if it does, I didn't learn it for free. I made 11 until I got ICT on both contracts. So I know where the trade's going before it gets there. There's something going on. And with 12 minutes left, if it gets there, it is, man. I mean, your video didn't address the benefits that come from studying ICT. You talked about the man who's a fraud and a con man. Well, I beg to differ, And even if he was, guess what? His material still stands the test of time. His material still stands the test of efficiency. It's effective. It's very effective. So I'm happy about it, and I'm thrilled that I have been watching him, and this is what we're teaching in the Discord. We're teaching ICT concepts. We're going through and we're taking people from step one as a group through the 2022 mentorships. We've got tons of people with ICT experience answering questions, helping with PD arrays and different things, and we're making people better traders. We've got the proof in the Discord. I could show you comments from people who are saying, "Oh my God, that thing you showed me with the fair value gap entries, has made such a difference." There's just tons of it. It's working. It's working. So, do I have anything else? Not really. I mean, I guess that's about it. I kind of laid my challenge down. If you can find some stuff in his teaching that doesn't work, then yeah, okay. Oh, I was going to go back and show just stuff from my own, this is all, live in the stream, right? I'm not one of these guys that's just, posting chart markups about how well I do with ICT. I'm trading this live every day, just about, in the Discord, and showing examples of trades. People are seeing me win, right? And it's ICT. There, ICT, right? You want money? There it is. You want money? There it is. Silver bullets. Silver bullets, the best thing that ever happened to me. It condenses, the years of information that he's put out into a trade setup that he said if he could start over, that's what he would do, right? Here we go, 2 for 2. Silver bullet model, live, Discord, backtest, silver bullet. So you can talk about ICT all you want, but if you want to talk about his content and his teaching, you didn't really say anything. So, and as people who are trying to get better at trading and make a living doing this, hopefully someday, like I said, you didn't do anything to dissuade me from just diving in as deep as I am and continuing to grind and learn this stuff and add more to my, my toolbox and become more effective with it. And at the same time, start working on my emotions better. I've already ran into the funded challenge monster, and I saw what that is. Now I'm ready to, get back at it again. I'm back in with 10 more accounts, and I'm gonna pass these just like I did the first group, and then I'm gonna take a little different approach. I do a good job of journaling my stuff and going through and seeing where I failed. When I blew that account, I took a couple of weeks off, tore my process down, recognized it wasn't my strategy, found my psychological flaws, went back and dealt with them in ways that what happened to my, here we go. So I added a couple caveats to my trading plan. I went and read Best Loser Wins. And then also because I was passing on the trades, the concepts, talking myself out of them, from now on, if I see the trade, the criteria are met, I just take the trade. Because they work, and it doesn't matter what's above or what's below. When you see the criteria, it's the market tipping its hand, just like he says. And when the market tips its hand, it doesn't matter if there's fair value gaps below you. It doesn't matter if there's equal highs above you. It's going in the direction that it told you it was going to go. So my biggest failure was to talk myself out of the good trades and then taking sucky trades to try to make up for it. So that was that. Win well, lose better. We don't fail because of our wins. They don't cause us a lot of damage other than some overconfidence. But your losers will tear your ass up. You'll lose sleep over it. You'll doubt yourself. You'll have regrets because you moved your stop. All kinds of reasons why losing is, and the psychological impact of losing is, such a huge stumbling block. So now I have a mechanical strategy. It's the classic silver bullet, episode 9 minutes and 55 seconds in. He gives out the criteria, basically. And I follow these. And if I follow these, it doesn't matter if I win or lose, because it's not about profit. It's about consistency and execution. As long as I execute, I'm precise, I manage the trade, it doesn't matter. I'm not judging myself on the profit. I'm judging myself on, did I follow my rules? Did I stay disciplined? Was I patient? The money will come if I do these things. And the best part is if I lose, it doesn't matter, because I was a great trader. Trades are going to fail. We all have, trades that don't work out. But as long as I do what I'm supposed to do, the rest will take care of itself. And then this is also ICT stuff on a trend entry. This is for reversals. This is for getting in on trends. So, like I said, if you got something to say about the stuff that he teaches, I'd be glad to hear it and have that conversation. But otherwise, I think you probably owe the dude an apology, and you owe the trading community an apology as well, because you're turning people off something that might make the difference for them. And, you've got to sleep with that. Signing off.